Welcome back to this channel for practice problems for actuarial exams. My name is Krzysztof Ostaszewski. You can find information about me at smarturl.it/Jedi. My advice on how to pass actuarial exams is at smarturl.it/pass. I direct the actuarial program at Illinois State University. You can find information about it at smarturl.it/actuary. If you would like to make a tax-deductible donation to support our students, please go to smarturl.it/help ISU Actuary. Here's the problem for today for exam P on probability. The monthly profit of company 1 can be modeled by a continuous random variable with density function f. Company 2 has a monthly profit that is twice that of company 1. Determine the probability density function of the monthly profit of company 2. And you have 5 answers which are all related to function f, and the question is about the transformation of one random variable into another and how you determine the density of the transformed random variable. And here's the solution. So let us write x and y for the monthly profits of company 1 and 2 respectively. Let us write f sub x for the PDF of x. Instead of just x, I prefer it this way. I always like indicating what random variable we're referring to. We are given that y is equal to 2x, and the inverse function is x equals 1/2 y. And you should know this formula, that the density of a transformed random variable, f sub y of y, is equal to f sub x evaluated at x that corresponds to that y, times the absolute value of the derivative of the inverse function of the transformation, so times the absolute value of dx over dy. So it's f sub x evaluated at x that corresponds to y, so evaluated at 1/2 y times, what's the derivative of x with respect to y? It's 1/2. So this is what we're looking for. It's going to be 1/2 times f sub x of 1/2 y. Now you can, of course, also use the CDF approach. So f sub y of y is the probability that y is less than or equal to y, which is the same as probability that 2x is less than or equal to y, which is the same as probability that x is less than or equal to y over 2, and that's f sub x of y over 2, and therefore the derivative of it, which is the density of y, is the derivative with respect to y of f sub x of y over 2. It's a composite function. It's f sub x, big F sub x, applied to y over 2. And the derivative is a product of the two derivatives. So the derivative of y over 2 with respect to y is 1/2. And the derivative of f sub x, big F sub x, is the derivative of it. So f sub x prime evaluated at y over 2. So we multiply these two. But we know that f sub x, big F prime, is little f sub x. So we get the same answer, 1/2 f sub x of y over 2. In my study manual, of course, you can see that the first formula we used for the density that you should memorize is simply derived from how you transform one CDF into another. So the second approach doesn't require any memorization, but it's work. You should memorize things for the exam. And the first approach with the formula for the density is a consequence of what we did in the second approach. Either way, the answer is 1/2 f sub x of y over 2. And an important message you should see immediately is that you get the answer faster if you memorize the formula for the density of a transformed random variable, the first formula, because then it's just those 3 lines, the first 3 lines that you see there, and you're done. And that's how you want to do problems on the actuarial exams. You want to do them fast because you're under really quite significant time pressure when you take actuarial exams. So you need to do things fast. This is answer A, and we're done with this problem. Please remember this is copyrighted material. The problem itself comes from Society of Actuaries. The solution is mine. Good luck in your studies and good luck on the test.